Tits, 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 tits of the house.
Hello.
Good morning.
What's up, Tit?
What is up? I am coming up on what feels like the best Monday ever because of the hardest weekend ever. You ever have one of those days that feels like years?
Every day of my life feels like a year past. Yes.
I just am exhausted.
Well, you had sick kids this week.
And I'm sick.
Yeah.
If I sound a little nasally, more nasally than normal, I'm on a Z-Pack. I'm not contagious anymore, and I'm sorry.
Well, I will tell you, if I sound more manly than ever, because I do, I literally sound like a man who's about to have his 75th birthday party this weekend. That...
Happy 75, Betsy.
Thank you, and my penis still works thanks to Viagra.
It's just a birthday cake with Viagra instead of candles.
But literally, I don't know what it is. And I hope a lot of guys are listening right now, because I think it's because that time of the month has hit me really hard.
You say that like mocking, but it is no joke.
No, it really is no joke. That time of the month came, and every time it comes, I get really bad insomnia. You will think I'm a crazy person.
I do.
I didn't sleep. I just didn't sleep for days. I didn't sleep for like nights. And then, have you ever had a panic attack or like an anxiety attack?
I mean, all the time.
Do you wake up in the middle of the night and go, oh my God, I'm about to die? Like that?
Sometimes. When I've had some like stressful moments in my life, and I'll have racing thoughts throughout the night. Or I'll go to bed fine and like wake up in a panic.
Yeah. So I woke up in this panic. I was like splashing cold water all over my face. I had to go outside and walk. Again,
wow.
like the weed thing. Like when
I feel like you're taking yourself out of a safe place and putting yourself into a dangerous place by walking around your neighborhood at night.
You know what? Sometimes it's better to be killed than think you're going to lay in bed and not breathe and die. But I think it's...
You wanted to die. This sounds like really dangerous behavior.
Now people are going to be like, let's look for her location.
No one's trying to find you. No one's.
How do you know, Hillary? Somebody might want me.
Well, that's what your mace is for.
And my taser.
And you can accidentally tase yourself.
I'm going to accidentally tase Hillary, myself. Listen,
Betsy's dangerous. Don't fuck with her.
Don't fuck with me. I'll tase me and keep tasing you. Don't mess with me. But you had quite a weekend with the kids.
It's just, so my husband went skiing for 5 days with his friend, living his best life. And I was like, I am going to get so much stuff done while the kids are out in school. I'm going to prep everything. And then it all went to shit because we all got sick. I had to go to urgent care, take everyone. It took over 2 hours and almost shit my pants.
I cannot imagine strolling into urgent care with 2 kids.
2 kids with masks on.
Screaming.
They were fine
sick.
in the beginning. Were
they not crying?
But it's like, no one was crying. It was fine. It was like, we're going on this adventure. Let's go. But just, they have limited attention spans.
Yeah.
As do I. And after 30 minutes, I'm like, we need to be seen. Took over an hour, and then a student came in. That's always fun, where you're like, great, I get to be the guinea pig. And it's also interesting to see these people try to at this point, my kids are so over it, and Goldie's like clinging to me, and she's like, hey, can I get a high five? And my kid is like, fuck you.
I'm telling you, it is... Can I get a high five? The one thing kids are like, please leave me alone.
I mean, she walks in.
So ridiculous.
There's pirate booty everywhere. It looks like it is snowed in there, but it's pirate booty droppings instead. It was just.
I just can't believe the kids. At least they're not crying. When I get the flu and I'm so sick,
Oh no,
I'm crying.
The crying came when they had to stick swabs up the nose and open the mouth so we can see the back of your throat. And my 2-year-old's like.
I'm like that too. I hate you like going to the dentist.
I think you open up your mouth.
Yeah, I open up my mouth when I want a piece of jewelry. No, I'm joking. I open up my mouth for the finer things in life.
Right. Yeah. Not to get swabbed.
Yeah. Not for a cotton ball. Okay.
I get it.
But I'm just saying, like, it's just, I don't like the dentist. I don't like the doctors. I get really nervous. Like, I just don't like any of it. I really don't. I don't like it. And I'm the worst. Like, I do need to make my annual doctor's appointments. I'm going to be late if I don't start making them. And I hate it. I cannot stand it. I cannot stand doing it.
I love checking that off the to-do list and knowing that it's taken care of,
Yes.
that I'm in good hands. And listen, we all got antibiotics. So Goldie had a sinus infection, clearly spread it to us, and now I'm on a Z-Pack and they're on some disgusting bubblegum flavored liquid, amoxicillin. Why is it bubblegum? Like, ugh.
Kids like bubblegum.
Mine don't.
Well, wait a minute now. You know, when we go shopping together, I like
bubblegum. Betsy's gonna throw me under the bus here. I love bubblegum. Okay.
I was like,
Double Bubble.
Hillary?
To be specific, please sponsor us. I love that it lasts 5 seconds and then I just pop another one in.
I've never seen someone pop in so much bubble gum and then just, do you want? I'm like, what adult is running around with
No one.
bubble gum?
I'm a child. No adults, to be clear. They're not eating Double Bubble.
It's a good thing I know you, because I just got to throw you under the bus. Little Miss Bubblegum Girl. Baby girl, that's what we call Hillary. That's what she likes.
I'm a baby. Wow.
She's a sexy baby, though.
I'm not allowed to say that anymore, you know.
Yeah, that's really
I'm
fun.
not allowed to say sexy baby. But yeah, this liquid is disgusting and I have to bribe my kids. Well, I have to bribe the 7-year-old with something to wash it down. She needs lemonade or something like a marshmallow to wash it down. And the 2-year-old, I just have to squirt it in her mouth like she's a dog and like close and like pet her throat.
To make sure she drinks it.
Yep.
Yeah, I used to cry when I had to take medicine as a kid. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I still don't like it. It's really hard. My husband calls me. He's like, did you take your vitamins? Or have you been taking your vitamins every day? I'm like, yes. And I'm lying. No, I took them today.
That is the worst lie.
I know. I lie all the time about taking vitamins. Is that funny? My mom every day hands me 2 vitamin Ds because I'm extremely vitamin D low, which is really bad.
So am I.
Are you?
I got prescribed vitamin D.
Same. Like high milligrams out of like 50,000 milligrams or something.
I didn't pay attention to that. It says like Supreme D.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's right. I got that good D. So dumb. So dumb. Again, I'm a child.
The only vitamin D that we actually really feel like putting in our mouth.
So good.
So I get the gummies because I'm like a kid and I like chewing them. But I did take my vitamins today, and it's really bad to try to get. But people, please keep up on this stuff. Don't be like me.
I know, but how would you know you're low unless you get tested at the doctor?
I know. And that's what I did. I got to, but I'm always low, so I'm trying to be really good about it. And my mom gives it to me it's the one thing my mom does that still makes her feel like a mom. She's like, I don't know what to do with this girl. I've got to keep up on her with these vitamins. It makes her feel so important and so good.
That's nice.
Yeah, I guess. I wish I could just give her your kids. She would just be the happiest human.
I know.
It's so sad. She would love it. So anyway, let me tell you what I did this weekend. I went out and I hung out with my friend and I went and visited her. She lives 2 hours away, and they had a huge get together at the house, and everybody forced me to do stand up, and I was like, oh no. Oh, no. You guys, this is like...
I would die.
I was dying. I'm not joking you, I was dying.
That's assault.
Yeah, totally. And it's like, this is a house, and like, look, I get it. Stand-ups go to house parties and perform. That's different. These are people I know.
Not only are they people you know, they're putting you on the spot.
Totally.
Because while stand-up may look like you're just thinking of these things in the moment, and even the people who riff with the audience, like, they've done this before. They have thought of what they're going to say. They are on their toes, but not really.
Yeah, I mean, they're a little bit more prepared than I was. I was drinking Coke, raging, twerking all over the house with my friends, and then boom, the music's cut.
And coming to the stage next, we've got Betsy Cox. Give it up for Betsy Cox.
Let me stand up in front of the sofa really quick.
How was your set?
My set it was very well. My set was good. I tested some new jokes on these. But then I was like, okay, well, let me just, since Joel made me do this, is this funny?
I know. Like, it's actually kind of great because your friends love you and they get your sense of humor. And I think part of what I'm trying to do, what we're trying to do, is find our audience.
Yeah. It's really hard to find our audience when everyone hates us. No, I'm joking. Not everybody.
Don't talk about Steve like that.
Steve's like, is that funny enough? Is that funny?
Steve, you're just not our audience, okay?
Steve, you're the target of all of this.
Yeah, we don't do this for our husbands. We do this to get away from our husbands.
And to complain about you behind your back.
Yeah. And thank God my husband's not on social media and doesn't listen to podcasts like this.
So your husband never sees these videos we post on social media?
Never. I mean, not never. I've shown him a couple.
Okay. I put Steve on social media, so he sees them and calls me and he goes, what are you doing today?
Well, that's your own damn fault, Betsy.
I know. And I go, hey, can you go look at my video and like it?
Do you really?
Yeah. I say, I don't see a like there. If he goes, I saw your video, I'm like, I don't see a like there.
When I first started dating Nick, he was on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I'd get offended if he mentioned something, and then I'm like, but you didn't like it. But you didn't like it. You liked it, but you didn't like it. You didn't tap tap.
But
I need you to tap tap.
Do you have people when I see your social media videos all the time? They're popping in my feed, and I'm like, but you aren't liking it.
I think people are just so used to scrolling.
Yeah.
And taking. We need you to give a little. What does it cost you? Tap tap. Nothing. It costs.
Give a little likey like.
It's not taking anything away from you.
No, and it's given so much to us.
It's the lifeblood on which we live. We need the likes or we'll die.
It's
Oh, this dog just farted in my face. Rosie.
Oh gosh, I don't know. I can't. Rosie, why are you farting? You little farty fart.
It's what I do.
She farted on me once. It was so funny. I was like, look at me drinking this coffee. By the way, I got a mini facial. You know I don't like getting facials and massages and stuff.
Your skin looks great.
Oh, thank you. I got a mini facial, and she goes, what's your skin type? I go, I don't know. It's just normal skin. Like, I can't do this. It's a little bit,
aren't you supposed to tell me what my skin type is?
So she puts me under the light, and she did. You know what? She goes, it's very, very dehydrated skin.
You have old, it's actually alligator.
Yeah. It's like really extremely so I just want to please listen to our podcast and like and subscribe so I can continue to feel good about having dry skin because of all this coffee I drink to keep up this podcast and everything else going on in my life.
Betsy lives on likes and caffeine.
Yeah, I live on likes, subscribes, caffeine, and barely any water and sleep.
You know, I feel like facials, if it's not doing something that I can't do, I don't need it. Like, I don't need you to rub my face and put moisturizer on and tell me that's $100.
You know, I feel the same. If you're not slapping me with needles that is putting a toxin into my body that is freezing me up like I'm an ice queen, then forget it.
Yeah, I want the real deal.
I want you to hit me with needles. By the way, I'm terrified of needles. I really am. When I have to give blood, it's one of the reasons I don't like to go to the doctor because I don't like to do blood work. I'm closing my eyes. I'm taking deep breaths. I feel like I'm going to faint. But when I have a Botox appointment and the needles are in my face, I'm like, bring it on.
There's something about knowing that it's going to make you prettier.
Yes.
That gives you the confidence to not be afraid.
It is something. Yes, it's like
No one's gonna die from getting Botox. Well,
I don't
think
know.
anyone's died from Botox. I know there can be dangers, but something about getting blood taken from like a vein in your arm, I pass out. Like I have to sit down and now I have to let them all know. And I'm not actually scared. Like logically, I know I'm fine. But it's sort of like when you get on an airplane and you're like, I could die. But really, it's that car you took to get to the airport that's way more dangerous than the plane.
Yes.
Like, it makes no sense.
Yes.
It's an irrational fear.
But that's a great analogy. Love that. Because it's so true. Because you're, like, panicked about the plane, yet... You know, and even my dad even said something the other day about how crazy people have been driving since the pandemic. It's crazier than ever.
It's like they want to die.
Yeah, it's like they're so pissed that they have to go back to work. Their cars are like, acting completely crazy.
Well, how was your facial?
It was so nice and so wonderful, and she rubbed oil on my face and massaged it, and it takes me a while to relax and get in the mood. But you know what was even better than the facial? The hot tub. I love sitting in the hot tub with the bubbles.
I love a hot tub.
Yeah.
I love being warm. I love saunas, hot tubs, steam rooms.
Same. And that's why I like the cold bath is so uncomfortable, but I do the hot tub till when I go to the spa, I do the hot tub till I'm so hot, and then I'll get into the cold plunge. But you know, I mean, sometimes I do the morning cold plunge.
I'll get in to the cold pool, like to my ankles, and then I'm like, nope.
I cannot wait to get Hillary close to my freezing. I'm just throwing your little tiny ass. You're gonna be like, I'm having the best day. Rainbows and butterflies.
I don't know. Oh, being cold is just the worst.
It's the worst. It's miserable. I would rather be in 120-degree weather, sweating and dying and fainting of a heat stroke than freezing cold.
Yeah, that's why I love Palm Springs.
Yeah, I love Palm Springs too. You're going soon to Palm Springs, lucky duck.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be fun.
I'm ready to retire. I just want to be there all the time now. Dinner at 5 p.m. Walk around with my people.
Yeah. Dinner
All
at
the
5
retired people. We're actually thinking about joining the tennis club up there.
I think it would be so fun.
I think so too.
Will you go more if
I
you
don't
join?
know. Maybe.
Yeah, honestly, to me, I think Palm Springs, there was a point in time where I was like, oh, I could live part-time here. Because it's just like, you're so creative there for some reason.
I think anytime you get out of your house.
Yeah.
When I'm here, I'm like, I gotta do laundry, I gotta do this. I get so distracted by the shit in the house that I'm responsible for, that I've deemed myself responsible for, that it's hard to get work done.
Yeah, same. I get so distracted by the clutter all over my house that I'm trying to organize and get rid of stuff.
Well, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. It's a nightmare.
Betsy lives in a glorified storage unit.
Yeah, I live in a very beautiful storage unit. My storage unit is very small, though. So
It's not that small.
it's pretty small, Hillary. But I'm moving forward on the work being done. I've been emailing or texting and sending with the contractor. The roofs, we've got bids. We're getting bids.
So
are
Betsy is
coming in.
redoing a guest house, and
Yeah.
you are trying to decide between.
And a main house.
You're going to do the main
I'm
house.
doing it all at once. Yeah. I might get a prefab.
So a prefab for the guest house.
House, yeah.
So you're redoing the guest house. It needs to be redone because it needs a new roof, and then you're going to do something to your main house. Are you trying to kill yourself?
Yes. Yes.
That is too much to
Actively.
do all at once.
I know. It's crazy. But you know what? This is the problem is these subs are so busy. Like if they're going to do one roof, why not do the other?
I get why they're saying that, but where are you going to live?
I haven't even thought that far about it. I don't know that I could live in my house with the roof being redone. I'm not too sure. I've lived through construction on a construction site with no kitchen.
But not with your mom.
No, I've never done it with my mom. So it'll be interesting to see. But I would like to get, this is the thing, if they're going to do both roofs, but I might get a prefab for my mom. I might just knock that whole thing down and just crane something in. Listen, I go to comedy clubs, okay? And I run into other female comedians that I haven't seen because, the
They're
pandemic.
just called comedians. Your sexism is showing.
Yeah, but I'm saying specifically female, and I literally go, and they're like, how are you? And I'm like, oh, girl, I've been so busy, with the comedy and all the construction I'm doing, and and they go, oh, great, you're so great. And I'm looking at them like I'm not making a joke, but it's like, they think that I'm joking when I talk about the construction.
Well, you're not putting on a hard hat, right? Like,
I mean, I'm on a roof.
what are you doing on the roof?
Well, I'm getting on a roof and I'm saying this, that. I had to redo my entire this, that at the other house. Like I was under construction for so many years. And then I had to redo it, like redo stuff, redo this, redo that. Because the contractor didn't do this right or that, or something was flawed. And so I'm constantly, and then I was constantly keeping things up, so it was like, oh.
The work is never done.
The work
I
is
feel
never
like
done.
They do 90% of it in twice as long as they say. If it takes 3 months, it'll be 6, and then it's 90% done, and then it takes a year to do the last 10%.
It takes over a year probably.
Well,
because
yeah.
they lag on it.
Or you find problems.
Yeah, that's what I did. I found problems and I'm like, oh, great. We got to rip the whole front of the house off. Cool. The back too. Cool. During the pandemic, I had so many people in my house. I'm lucky I didn't get COVID. But I have 2 houses that are going under construction.
Which brings me to the question, seriously, where are you going to go?
Seriously, I really don't know. I don't know if I'm going to need to go anywhere because we're just at the point where the drawings are done. Certain things are getting finalized with the roof. We know we want them pitched and we're submitting to the city. And if the bids come back for the guest house, very, like the pricing is
You
the
want
same.
a tiny home. Betsy wants to just drop a house.
I just want to drop a house. I just want a prefab house to come in and it has a sink and pop a refrigerator in there. Cool. Walk away. Bye. Literally, people are like, add an upstairs to your house. Why? I live there. My husband lives there half the time.
That's what we did. We added a second story, and it was kind of a nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
You know what? You have to rip walls out. You cannot live in that. Now I've got to go find a place to live. No thanks. I'm already busy. That, it's crazy. But I will say, if you're thinking that you want to profit like I do, I'm always thinking I want to profit off of this, then you're going to walk into something that's a complete disaster. Put a hard hat on and get an axe and go if you want to make money.
But you're not trying to make money. This is your forever house.
This is my forever house. That's why I'm like, leave it alone and just put new floors down.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make money anymore. I'm done with that. But you...
Betsy and I know how to not make money.
Yeah, we picked a career that is going
very
to ensure that we don't make money for a very long time.
It just takes, a solid 10 to 20 years to
we'll probably
become an overnight success.
But these are the things. Anyway, so pretty soon you'll see me and Hillary on my Instagram running through my house.
With hard hats on a roof, apparently, being like, tear it all off, start over.
And Hillary fighting with me going, Betsy, don't do pink cabinets in the kitchen. Betsy, come on.
Oh God, are you going to do pink cabinets?
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe baby blue. I don't know.
Oh, I like that.
I want to do like dollhouse, because it's south of France.
You can get those refrigerators where the panels match. You can make your fridge disappear.
I love that.
Or you can do colored panels on the fridge. I think Samsung does it. But you're limited to their color palette, if you will.
Well, I can tell you, I think about that because you see how small my kitchen is. It's like...
It is a small kitchen.
It's like the size of 2 bathrooms. 2 small bathrooms.
Sometimes the sink becomes the toilet.
Yeah. I love when I was, first of all, because when I was buying this house, I was like, no, Steve, no, absolutely not. Like, I can't even fit. Like, no. Where am I going to put all of our stuff? I was fighting with Steve, and I sent Hillary the house from Zillow, and Hillary's like, what's wrong with you? This is a gym. Get it. I was like, Hillary, I can't barely fit in the kitchen. How am I going to cook in this kitchen? She goes, you don't cook. Who has time for cooking, Betsy? We're busy.
We are busy, and the house is adorable.
Yeah.
So cute. And are you happy you got it?
I'm happier than I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
Because it's small, it's easy, and for the first time, I'm like, it's okay, I'll leave dishes in the sink. Like a couple,
There is this idea of like, I want a big house and I want this massive open concept kitchen. You know what happens with an open concept kitchen is that no matter where you're standing, you can see the mess.
Yeah.
There's something so nice about having
a closed,
like,
what do you call it?
You have like a
Galley.
galley kitchen.
Yeah. But it's closed off.
Yeah.
Like if we're in the living room, we're not seeing anything.
Yeah.
There is something nice about that. I love when I was moving in and Hillary was like, to all the movers, that goes there. Put this here.
Pile it up in the kitchen where Betsy will never see it.
Betsy, go through these boxes. Get rid of this. This is going.
But it was like you were putting 3 houses worth of stuff into one house.
Yeah, I know. It was crazy. And I had to like get more movers to pack up another truck.
How many Christmas decorations does a person need?
A lot. When you have a lot of bedrooms, you need Christmas trees for every room, Hillary.
I can tell.
Yeah. I am a decorating freak.
You love stuff.
I'm a child who's an adult's body who can go out and buy the decorations that I want to see.
You're like making up for the childhood
that I'd never had.
The Christmas trees, the ornaments, all the stuff.
The last thing we did was, first of all, we couldn't afford decorations, but second, the last thing we would ever do is put anything outside of our house to bring attention to it.
Aww.
People already drove by. It was already our house was like a tourist site. Like, the poorest people in town.
Oh my God.
So funny. But it'll be interesting, and I keep telling Hillary, and she doesn't want to do it, so I would like to have people reach out to me and ask me. I said, Hillary, when I design my house, I want you to be a part of it, and I want to film it, and I want to post it, because Hillary is one of the most hilarious people to have around.
Thank you.
In the middle of complete chaos.
I do well in chaos. I thrive in chaos.
She loves it. She's skipping around.
I love it. I feel comfortable. The water's warm. I'm used to it.
Yeah. So I think we should really ask people, DM us, send a message, email us,
Let us
reach
know what
out.
you want to see.
Let us know if you want to see Hillary skipping around my house with no roof on.
But it's going to be cute. When it's
Yeah.
done, you're going to be so happy. It just takes forever, and I think less is more on a
Yeah.
house like this.
I totally think, I think less is more. And I want to keep it, like, I want to keep the flavor of it, but maybe with a little bit, with the, I love that South of France feel.
Yeah.
Feels like Italy. Maybe sometime when the construction on the street is done, we can do an outdoor podcast on the patio in the summer.
Yes. Podcasts in our bathing suits.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Okay, let's do it. Well, guys, I just want to say thank you so much for listening to our podcast again.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And comment, please. Let us know what you think and reach out and throw us some topics that you want to hear.
Yeah, if you have any questions for us, you can email us, titsofthehouse@gmail.com.
Tits.
Tits out. Tits.